I think we got obviously a lot of football ahead of us, and we're gonna have to work at it every day to be the best we could be. So um, there's nothing guaranteed in the league here. There's no easy games. There's nothing that's you can't roll your helmet out there and think you're gonna win. So got to come out here, put the work in every day, grind through these days that um, very important weeks. These Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays where we got to improve on a lot of different things that we're working on. So. Um, Everything's ahead of us.
Good, better. You feel better right now than you were at this point a year ago?
Every year is a little bit different. So, I mean, we gotta go play great football. So the times where we've lost in some close games, it's been way less than our best, and certainly know that we have high expectations because we have a lot of good football players, and we got to go out there and get the job done.
So I have a lot of young guys on defense. Chase Young, you guys faced last year, had kind of a shootout.
Was it? Yeah.
What do you remember about that game? There was nobody there.
It was a tough game. They were down but never out, and they made a lot of really clutch plays. A lot of guys really played good football for them, and it's a really great defensive front. There's some young players, but they've got it's all like 4th year, 5th year, 6th year. It's a very young defense in that aspect. There's no 12-year guys, and they got some young guys that are really talented players. So, it's going to be a great football environment. We got to go on the road. Weather's going to be colder than we're used to. We got to go play great football and see if we can, come off the bye and start playing better than the way we played.
You've been through so many bye weeks in your career. I'm sure you kind of will develop the specific strategies over time. But what is it like for you? Do you unplug completely at all, or do you stay pretty locked in? Do you spend the time studying? How do you I know you said you spent time with your family,
Yep.
but how do you kind of allocate all that time?
Just a little of everything. I think it's football season. We're football players, so you're thinking about football most of the time. There's games on. They're talking about football, so it's not like you on vacation. You're pretty locked in still. It was fun to get back to work, and I think everyone enjoys time with our family and off time. But at the same time of year, there's a lot of there's a lot of things ahead of you. So it's not like your just body's going to chill out. You're going to stay working out, stay on top of your studying, and before you know it, you're back at it.
You're one of the most competitive people on the planet. What is it like for you when you have a game as heartbreaking as that was in New Orleans, last second there, when you can't get back out on the field and kind of exercise those demons, you got to kind of sit with it for an extra week. What's that like for you?
Yeah, it's you'd always love to get out right away and get a win, and we didn't deserve it. So I think you got to come to grips with the fact that you tried hard, but in the end it doesn't matter because we didn't execute great, and certainly there's a lot of plays I could have done to help the team win. So I got to do it a much better way going forward.
As you look to reset, like this time off, and now you get the second half of the season, what specifically, when you look at your offense, what specifically do you look at and go, hey, here's where we need to pick it up in this area, or here's where we need to be better?
I don't think there's one area where I think that we can't be better. I think everything we can improve. A lot of it's just great communication, us being on the same page, and then you just got to continue to talk through things. And as much as we think we've been together, we really haven't been together that long. I was with players for 7, 8 years, 10 years, where nothing needs to be said. We've only been together a year and a half. So the meetings are important, the walkthroughs are important, the practices are important, just being in constant communication with everything to try to improve, everything that we're doing.
How much have you been able to get acclimated with Rashawn? You may need coming up.
Yep. He's a veteran player, so I don't think it's like getting used to a rookie per se. He knows all the routes to run. He knows how to do things. He's run every route, and NFL football, we can only do so many things out there. So it's just really how you call it. Little nuances to a couple plays, but he's a veteran. I played with different players over the years that maybe have a similar type of skill set, but I've always loved watching him play.
I saw a premiere of your Man in the Arena last night.
Yeah.
It's going to be a week series, but you want people to take away from that, as far as your story goes.
Yeah, it was I think people are really going to like it. I think it's a great, just great storytelling. And, I've been in this a long time. So, it's just some really unique experiences and memories in my life that, and a lot of other people. Ultimately, so many people I've met over the last 22 years, and prior to that, have influenced me in different ways. So happy everyone gets to know a lot of those incredible stories, and about incredible teammates and coaches and friends, and really inspired me again to, when I watched them, wow, you remember why you fall in love with so many different things about this sport and your teammates, and it's going to be a great show.
Are you loving it as much now as when you started, Tom? I mean, playing this game.
Yeah, I've never not loved it. I mean, I'm just trying to be better at it every day. I feel like I'm working at it like I always have, trying to improve different things. And, it's a great sport. There's nothing like it. And I think for all of us players, when we finish, we're going to be pretty disappointed because it's a great sport. It's a great game. It's kind of challenges you in every way. So, sorry for interrupting. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
So sorry.
Last one.
Oh, sorry. Since Rick brought it up with the premiere yesterday, I think for me, one of the, some of the most eye-opening stuff came from Drew. Some of his quotes and his comments, he said if you were an a-hole, it would have been really, really hard to do that, to make that transition. And, he didn't really hold back when he talked about his feelings. Just, I'm curious, what's your relationship like with him today? What was it like getting him on board for that? And I guess I'm asking 3 questions here. And just, how much did you learn from, about your position in the NFL in the relationship between the starter and the backup, and how, it's a unique relationship, right?
Yeah, I think it's a lot of people over the years have, impacted me, and Drew was certainly one of the first ones. And I love Drew and his family, and been friends for 22 years. So he's always supported me. When I was in the position behind him, I tried to do that. And, a lot of things happen in the NFL that put people in different situations. So I have so much respect for him. And like I said, over the course of a lot of time, it's a lot of people that have impacted me, like Drew, that get to tell really unique stories. And certainly, he's an amazing guy. And appreciate everything he did for me and still does for me.